My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Made for Love, psychic medium, and social scientist. And today, what we're going to look at your person's secret confessions. What do they want to let you know right now? Right? What secret information about self, this connection, their life, do they think that you need to know for your highest good? So we're going to begin as we usually do by getting significators for your person's energy generally and the energy towards you, and then we're going to dive into this reading. So this is their confession. Okay, now when we do these readings, remember, we're not just getting information to help us make informed decisions about our life. We're also learning about ourselves, because if this person is in our life and they're so strongly or intimately connected to us, they're parts of ourselves that they are mirroring back to us. And if you really look objectively, you may see that you may have lived your life on parallel tracks all the time. Have some similar vibrations in your childhood, your growing up, your romantic experiences. It may not look like it on the surface, but if you dive deep and if you be objective, you're gonna see how much this person is mirroring you and showing you yourself, especially the parts of yourself that you may not want to acknowledge. Okay, the shadow. All right, so let's go. We have here, well, this is a juggler. We have here the circus performer, Lord. I hope we are not diving into a clown energy. Anyway, it says here, agile and entertaining, balanced, will you walk his tightrope of love? So I right away, I get that we might be tapping into, and this is a card number 12. Now, 12 is the higher perspective. It is the hangman, but it also is number 3. Okay, so it could be that this was someone who was or is juggling another situation and you, and they're trying to find or strike balance in the situation right now, or somebody that you went on a real roller coaster ride with. Okay, I don't want to say that they were being a clown or playing the clown, but it looks like this person wasn't serious. Okay, they weren't serious about you and the relationship at the time. Let's go. The energy right now, we have the artist, sensitive and broke. Okay, so they certainly could be having financial difficulties, because this is a card number 5, and card number 5, it's all about challenge. Okay, it is the part of your life where you're going to experience the most growth, but it's also the part of your life where you're going to experience the most pain. Right, it forces a growth cycle in you. You know about growing pains, right? They're going through growing pains right now, but you know what it's doing? It's making them get in touch with their feminine side, which is about creativity. It's about being receptive. It's about being intuitive. It's about tapping into all emotions, right? Because the patriarchy would tell us, that emotions are feminine and all of that shit, right? So this person, they're being forced. We saw that card underneath the deck about balance. They're being forced to balance themselves by the challenges that they're going through right now. Now, I'm really logging on to the bro card. So maybe before, this person, they might have been the type that, would be there being very flashy, maybe very flamboyant with money, that kind of thing, because maybe they peg their value against their net worth. Now that their net worth is going down, maybe taking some sort of nosedive, they have to really find the inherent value in themselves instead of the material value in themselves. So they're diving deep into their self-esteem, into their childhood, into their spirituality, to find meaning in life rather than just the financial value. Okay, it says he'll capture your soul but can't capture a paycheck. So I do think as well, because they're facing this financial difficulty and other difficulties in their life, they're really tapping into those experiences that are priceless, right? The experiences that money can buy, you know, being alive, having people that love you, being able to enjoy the natural world. There are parts of the world right now where they can't enjoy the natural world. They can't go for a bloody walk. There's so many different things that we take for granted, even now, that other people cannot experience. Think about those people who are in war. They can't go and sit down near a tree, right? Everything has been leveled, right? So I think, what your person is going through right now is making them appreciate the little things. And maybe that's something that we also need to tap into every day, because we are privileged in so many different ways. Like my mother and I, we have an ongoing argument, right? And it's about me bathing outside in the night. Now there's a shower inside and there's also a bathtub, right? But there's this old shower outside and it has no walls or anything like that. So you just feel absolutely free. And of course, when there's a full moon, it's absolutely beautiful. I love bathing out there in the nighttime, and it just really cools down my body. And because it has no shower head really, it's just the pure pressure of the water, and I love being out there. But she's always worried about my safety, which is very valid, right? Where I'm there isn't much crime, but there's always a possibility. And as you get older, you get a little bit more nervous. So it's very, very valid. I acknowledge that. But as I was telling her mommy, I said, Mommy, maybe there will come a time when I won't be able to bathe outside, where we won't be able to open all the doors in our home and all the windows. So let's do it now, which is another thing. She hates that I open up the whole house, right? But now that we're able to, let's just enjoy it, because there might come a time when we aren't able to enjoy the simple pleasures, right? So I think that might be where a person that just enjoying the simple pleasures, and you have simple pleasures that you should enjoy as well. Okay, all right, let's see their energy towards you. So that's them generally tapping into their creativity, really enjoying life, going where the wind blows, going with the flow right now, and really enjoying the simple things. Their energy towards you is the fashion designer, stylish and meticulous. He'll dress you up but critique your shoes. Okay, now because your person, they don't have their net worth to bandy about and flash around, right? They're feeling very self-conscious about coming towards you. And they want everything to be perfect, right? So now that they're facing this task of trying to move ahead with your relationship, trying to push ahead, trying to come back around, trying to face you and face everything that happened, they're nervous. They're nervous. That kind of first date feeling, right? Where, everything seems out of place and everything doesn't seem to go right and you're not looking the way that you want to look, right? That is how they're feeling right now. So they're critiquing everything about themselves. They want everything to be perfect because they don't want to give you a reason to turn them down or reject them, because I think that, you see that juggling card? I think that you have enough reasons already. They don't want to give you another reason to turn them down. So right now they're working on being perfect, which is an exercise in futility, right? Nothing is perfect. No one is perfect. And they're going to figure that out soon enough. But right now, nothing seems to be right, right? Nothing seems to be right. And they're trying to figure it out. All right, so let's ask Spirit. We're going to give this person room to confess anything about anything, right? We're going to ask them about a confession from their childhood and all of that. We're going to dive into all of that, right? But we want them, just a free fall right now. What's the first thing they want to confess? Underneath the deck, We have misfortune, right? So we're picking up on that same energy that they're going through something very difficult at this time. You may or may not know about it. For some of them, there's been some sort of wildfire, house fire. There's something like that that's going on. Okay, could be some kind of natural disaster. All right. So what's the first thing that they want to confess? And it could be anything at all. What is it? We have here constancy. So the first thing they want you to know is that they have a loyal heart for you. First thing they want you to know. They've never forgotten you. They've never stopped liking you. They've never stopped loving you, no matter who they're with, where they've been, their economic status. It doesn't matter. Their feelings for you have been unchanged. And I think for some of them, they wish it had changed. They do wish it had changed, right? Maybe life would be easier, right? They can move on with somebody else and they can forget about you, right? They don't have to be haunted by your energy. They don't have to think about you, right? Life would be easier, but they want you to know it's always been you. Their feelings remain unchanged. Their heart is still loyal. Still loyal to you. Spirit, tell us a little bit about this energy. This is the next world tarot. Here we have the Ace of Swords. So Spirit is confirming this is the truth. Okay, this is the truth. And this is the foundation of all the action that they want to take right now. They are following their truth. And their truth, it lies with you. Right? So Spirit is confirming this is the truth. This is the truth. We have here the Seven of Cups in reverse. And the more they have tried to run from this connection, is the more clarity about the truth that they have gotten. The more they try to push you away, right? The more they may have tried to strike up relationships with other people, no matter how far they've fled over the globe, right? It's just giving them more clarity that you are the one. Everybody that they have encountered after encountering you has not measured up. Has not measured up. Right? They thought they could clone you. They thought they could clone your energy. But here they are, months later, weeks later, years later, some of them decades later, and you are still there in their heart. Now, for some of them, they've been with another partner. We have a Queen of Pentacles in reverse that wants to show themselves here. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is the gold digger. Okay? They're only concerned about their financial security. So if they picked up on a partner that is only concerned about their financial security, and your person is going through financial challenges, at this time they're a bit financially embarrassed, you know what's happening with that relationship? Oh yeah, the drama can't done. Right? Because that is the glue that held them together. That's what helped them weather the storms. This person is going to do anything once their financial future is secured. But now that's been rocked by I think for some people, it is a natural disaster. For others, it might be some sort of dive in the stocks. Something happened there. There's been some kind of shakeup with the finances. And once the finances is the foundation of the relationship, once there's been a shakeup, that whole foundation is rocked. Okay, so the more they compare you and that person, they realize that you are the one, right? We have an Eight of Pentacles in reverse as a financial loss, right? And that's what's putting these people at loggerheads here. The bills are piling up, okay? The bills are piling up. They're putting on a brave face. Everything is okay. Everything's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm okay, right? So everybody's putting on a brave face, but it feels like internally everything is falling apart. Okay? All right. Now, let's get a confession from your person about their childhood. What do they want you to know that you may not have already known about them and their childhood? And remember, we're doing this also to learn about yourself. Bloody hell. Okay. We have here consolation. I feel this person has always felt like their second place or third place um, in their family's life. They've always been treated like a second class citizen in their life. Um, and when that happens as a child, when your needs are not prioritized, when people are not paying attention to you, when you grow up, let's say when you grow up, you're gonna seek that validation from other people and in other spheres and in other arenas. So in work, in your love life, whatever it is, you need that recognition, you need that attention. So that's how we know we get the, I can't think of another word, so I'm going to use that word, attention whores, right? That's when we get people who just do anything for people's regard. So, the proverbial people pleaser, they just need everybody's eyes on them all the time. Okay? All right, what else? Let's get it. Let's go on here. We have the fool in reverse, and the fool in reverse is a child who was not nurtured, right? And who was not loved appropriately. What else? What else I want to tell you? We have here the Eight of Wands, and they've spent their whole life running away from that truth, right? They've always carried it, but they've spent their whole life running away from that truth, right? I think for some of you guys, your person might be an unorthodox dresser, or there's something about them that's quirky. Spirits let you know that it's deliberately quirky and eye-catching because your person has to always feel like they stand out and like they matter because they never felt like they mattered to their family members. Okay? What else? What is the Spirit telling us about that? We have here the Five of Wands. Okay? It looks like they may have had a lot of fights as well when your person was growing up. Their parents may have fought a lot, maybe even extended family members, and I'm talking about like physical fights in the home. For some of them, they may have had a parent that might have been a sex worker, and I'm not judging sex workers at all, or a dancer or something like that. And I think vicariously the message that they got is that there's power in your sexuality, there's power in the attention by these people that give you pay attention to when you dance. So there's power in being in the public eye, there's power in sex. So these are the kind of messages, right? There's power in using your body in a particular way. Okay, so for some of you guys, your person may have had a sex addiction, or they might be an exhibitionist in some kind of way, or in any situation. They gotta be the life of the party. They have to be the center of attention, because there's some message that they downloaded from a parent that's the way that they get love and attention. What else is happening here? Well, this came out in reverse. So we have Six of Cups in reverse. And again, that talks about a childhood that's pretty fucked up. Okay, so no attention. They might have even grown up with a distant relative, or a relative or a parent that was distant. Okay, so again, they didn't feel the love of their family of origin. So their whole life has centered around getting love or creating like surrogate families in other people. So you might find as well that this person may very quickly form very intense relationships with people right away, right? Like they can meet somebody tonight, and by tomorrow talking about I love you, and that kind of thing, right? Always creating the surrogate families, creating surrogate parents, right? Everybody's their mom, them, whatever it is, right? They're looking to recreate the family that they needed at that time. Okay, all right. What does a person want to confess about their job or career? And after that, we'll do the third party and then you specifically. All right, what do they want to confess about their job or career? What do they want to confess about their job or career? All right, we have surprise. Okay, so something unexpected happened. Spirit, tell us what happened unexpectedly. What happened unexpectedly? We had the Six of Pentacles reverse here. So it could be they might have been fired, or there's been some sort of uh pay cut. Yeah, pay cut. Maybe they're not being paid for the kind of hours that they were paid before, but there's something here about them earning less than they did before. Maybe they worked on commission and that kind of thing. We have here the Page of Swords. We have the Home of Action. For some of them, they may have realized that this place was exploiting them, and they may have made a report to HR, and they're now facing some sort of retaliation or victimization. Okay, so again, another tough time for your person as they try to defend their position. All right, for some of them, they may have even taken legal action against their workplace, right? And they feel stabbed in the back by this workplace because they feel like they've given this workplace their all. They've given this workplace. Oh, remember, your person always wants to be a star. They always want to stand out, right? So they gave this workplace their all, and they feel absolutely stabbed in the back to find out that this workplace was breadcrumbing them or shafting them in some particular sort of way. So there might be some legal action going on there. And then we have the King of Swords in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse is the overt narcissist. So your person's realizing that they're basically in a hostile work environment. It's a dog eat dog world there, and the company or persons that they're working with would do anything to maintain their position or to even get your person's position. They thought that they were working with colleagues, but they realized that they were working with people who would sooner shaft them than help them. So they feel betrayed by their workplace. Okay, let's get a confession. For those of you where your person might be with someone else, or there's a third party in the mix, what's their confession about this third party? What's their confession? We have the pleasure seekers, and we have 3. I feel like this might be, they may have found out that this person is cheating. All right, let's see. Or this person is there for the good time and not the long time, right? So let's see what's going on. Spirit tells us about that. We have the 4 of Wands in reverse. And remember, we talked about that instability and that foundation crumbling. And this is exactly what is happening right now. So that's what your person has realized. That this person, they're just there for a season. And they were there for the season of prosperity, right? And now that the season of austerity has come, right? They're out of there. They are out of there, right? Now this is you, the Queen of Cups. In my readings, all reverse court cards are karmic or third party energies, and all upright energies is divine energies or the viewer. Okay, so right now you're looking real good. You're looking really good because your person knows that you're there for all seasons. You're not there for abusive seasons, right? But you're there for all seasons, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, once it does not get disrespectful, right? You're there, right? You're loving and you're loyal, right? So whatever difficulty that they're having with this third party is just reinforcing for them who the one is, right? So this karmic is making you look real good right now. You're coming out smelling like a bloody rose. Smelling like a bloody rose. And this person loves you unconditionally. This person loves you unconditionally. What do we have here? We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. And again, that's about a foundation crumbling. Right? 3 of Pentacles in the upright. You're collaborating with someone. You're creating something special. And you're creating a structure that can stand the test of time. This is something, the first shake and it's gone. The first shake and it's gone. So I feel for some of you guys, your person might be going through a breakup or divorce, but there's been a massive fissure in this relationship. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. The whole bloody thing has turned toxic, and people are looking for the exit. They're looking for the exit. It was good whilst it lasted. It was good. And it lasted as long as the money did. And from the moment your person started experiencing financial difficulties or the going got tough, well, time to bail out. Time to bail out. What's your person's confession about you? Let's get this card. We have the young woman. Okay. And maybe in their eyes that this is forever who you are. I mean, they acknowledge that you might be getting older and you might even be showing signs of age. But in their eyes, you're always amazing, vibrant, and beautiful. Okay, let's see. We have the young woman. What we have here? We have the Nine of Swords in reverse, right? They're no longer afraid to be with you because maybe they had concern about being with you. Maybe they were afraid that you would abandon them or you would cheat on them, or they might be judged for loving you in some way, right? Maybe for some of you guys, your relationship is unorthodox or unacceptable or taboo in some way. But right now, they've gotten clarity. We have the Two of Swords in reverse, which for me goes to the Ace of Swords. And that clarity tells them you're the one and you've always been the one. Right? We have the Lovers in reverse. Nobody else compares to you. And it doesn't matter what you look like or what you do or how you dress. This person loves you unconditionally and they want you to know that. Right? For some of you guys, this might be a same-sex, same-gender relationship that might be frowned upon by family members, or maybe you live in a society where it's not acceptable. Right? And maybe they've always been afraid of that. So this is almost like, them putting themselves out there and, trying to live their best life, right? We have here the Chariot. Yeah. They want this relationship. They want this to move forward. They want this to move forward, right? They think you're amazing. They think you're beautiful. And as I told you, they can't shake you. They can't forget about you. Look at, it's the elephant, and elephants never forget. And this elephant looks like, that elephant that's the lucky charm, right, with the trunk up in the air. They think that you are their lucky charm because it feels like ever since you may have exited their life, like everything has gone to shit. They think you are their lucky charm. When they're with you, they're in alignment. That's what they see. All right, so based on what we're seeing here, what can we expect will be this person's next actions towards you within 1 month of you watching this reading? We have the Sun card in reverse. Oh, they're going to be a little bit unhappy. For some of them, they're going to be depressed because I think everywhere they look, there's going to be drama. There's drama at work, there's drama at home, there's drama everywhere. We have the Hermit in reverse, but you know what? They're not going to shut down and I'm hearing like last time. I don't know what that means. They're not going to shut down like last time, right? This person, they're going to take action, even though it's going to mean hurting other people, and even though it might mean hurting themselves, okay? Right? Because it feels like there's something that they must put an end to before they move towards you. We have a for sale sign. It's almost like a closing down, right? And they've packed up their boxes. They know they have to leave certain things behind because they're not growing where they're at. I mean, look at this little plant that's there. It's not growing, right? The more they stay here is the more stagnant or stagnancy they experience, right? And they're tired. They're ready to move forward. Okay? All right. So it looks like a lot of drama as they try to work their way out of some kind of tough or sticky situation that they're in. But they gotta do it. They gotta do it. They're tired of being stuck. Spirit's advice for you in this situation? What is this? We've got new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So in the meanwhile, Spirit is saying, whilst your person starts to sort this out, it looks like for some of you guys, there is a new person that is coming into your life. Now, it could be your person coming back renewed, but Spirit is saying, leave your options open. Right? May the best man, woman, best day win because you deserve the best. Okay? All right, my love. So that is your reading. I hope that was helpful. Take care.